Kodak
So we're going
Black,
to open
Ep.
back up with this
2, The
philanthropy because he has done
Philanthropist
quite a
and
bit,
His
as I said,
Deeds.
to assist with those in need. And I think that is actually very brilliant of him. Although I'm just going to say it, it could be his legal team telling him to donate to deflect from his negative behavior. Because, yeah, okay. Um, in the wake of the 2019 STEM school Highlands Ranch S, Kodak's lawyer reached out to the family of Kendrick Ray Castillo, who was S and unalived after lunging at the attacker, um, and offered to pay for Castillo's funeral. He also set aside an annual scholarship of $10,000 for any student wishing to go to college. Um, Kodak also allegedly donated $50,000 to Gek Yumi, the son of late rapper and collaborator XXXTentacion. Kodak and X were friends until his death in 2018. So, I can believe that he wanted to make sure that the baby was okay. Because you know how men are. They got that bond. Now, mind you, remember I said that his lawyer team was like there. So, and you remember he started very, very young. So we're going back between the 2015 and 2017 era. So while he was growing his career, he was also committing crime. Let's get into it. 2015 to 2017. Baby, if I was his mama, woo, I got two sons. Baby, let me tell you something. When I tell y'all that they get snatched up and gripped up by me, okay? I got a son that's a little wild, but he went through some things that he know who he is. I ain't gonna call him out, but he know he done some things. But life showed him. Cause baby, the big man that sits up high and looks low, if he got a job for you, you can do whatever you gonna do, baby. He gonna snatch you out of it. And I know that's what he did to my son. Cause my son is now a father taking good care of his kids, okay? But at one time, he was doing the most until he saw some of his family members be unalived in front of him. And that changed him. But we'll talk about that sometimes once we'll talk about it. So let's get to the legal issues, okay? Kodak Black was placed in a youth detention center 3 times in 1 year, and then he was placed on probation. And I'm going to tell y'all, probation ain't nothing but a trap. I grew up around a lot of uncles and a lot of hood figures. I keep the bird by the pound. And I'm going to tell you something. Probation ain't nothing but a trap. If you know you ain't slow and steady to win that race, baby, just don't take no probation. Do your time. Because, baby, once they give you that probation, you going to go back. If you're behind, don't learn from your mistakes. And half of them don't. I ain't the one to gossip. Y'all ain't heard that from me. Okay? October 15, he was arrested in Pompano Beach and charged with child neglect, robbery, battery, and possession of cannabis. And he was released. April 2016, Kodak was arrested in Highlandale Beach, Florida, and charged with possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, possession of cannabis, and fleeing from officers. May 2016, he was arrested in Broward County, Florida, and charged with armed robbery and false imprisonment. He was held in custody. Okay? The legal issues continue. In August of 2016, he appeared in court in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Remember, they held him because they gonna slap you until they get tired of you. Okay? And money can't buy you out everything. Don't forget the diddler. Money can't buy you out everything. And Trump, why you let him out? Because he ain't doing nothing but go out and show that you made a bad decision. Okay. So when he was in court in August of 2016, several of the Atlanta letter record executives attended the court. The one that was there that stands out was Vice President Michael Kushner. He was there for the money. Kushner commented, "Black has a bright future as a recording artist." Kodak pled no contest to all charges. He was sentenced to house arrest for 1 year with 5 years probation. He was required to do community service and take anger management classes. That's the start of it, okay? Remember, he only had to do 1 year and 5 years probation, but the likelihood, okay? The conditions was he was allowed to tour internationally. So he was allowed to just go on out and do whatever he wanted to do. Okay. However, before he was released from Broward County jail, the police discovered 2 outstanding criminal warrants. The first was from Florence, South Carolina, alleging felony criminal conduct, and the second was from St. Lucie County, Florida, alleging 2 counts of misdemeanor cannabis possession, and he was not released. Okay. Legal battle continues. In September of 2016, sorry for the preacher coming out of me, y'all, but hell, I got to preach on this. Kodak pled no contest to 2 misdemeanor D charges and was sentenced to 4 months in jail. He was credited for time spent in custody awaiting trial. He was required to serve 120 days, and he was also suspended from driving for 2 years. Honey, he don't need to be behind no wheel. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. Kodak was released from jail in Florida and was then transported to Florence, South Carolina to face charges of assault. Remember now, he was supposed to get out, but they held him because right before them doors over there, hold up! Anyway, sensitive issue warning, and I will put a warning label here at 6:20. According to, warning. This is what I'm going to do, brief over it. In 2016, in February, he was doing a performance at Treasure City in Florence, and he took a girl to his room. He is yet to be charged with that. I would suggest you go and research on what he did and what she said. That's all I'm going to say. But according to this, he said he couldn't help himself. So why was he let free? In February 2017, he was arrested again for violation of his probation, and he was held without bond, and the tour was postponed. I skipped over some things because, during that time when he went in there, the S charges or whatever, he was released from custody on December 1st, 2016 after posting a $100,000 bond, and he returned to court on February 8th. So they were supposed to let him out, right, in September, but they held him until December because, they found out about all the little charges and the little things he had done to that young lady. Sorry if my voice got a little angry, but how dare he? February 2017, we've already said he was held without bond. April 2017, Kodak was indicted by a grand jury in South Carolina. From his April 2019 essay case. That case still following him. Later in April, he appeared in court where his anger management teacher stated he would interrupt the class burping. And when he was asked to leave, he refused. When Sanchez, his female teacher, threatened to call 911, he grabbed her wrist and her phone, and he was later put into individual therapy because apparently he couldn't handle being with a group. Okay. He was sentenced, this is May 4th of 2017, so remember the timeline jumps around. These are all the things that he did during this time. He was sentenced for violating his house arrest for 365 days in Broward County Jail. He was released on June 5th of 2017, and he was put back on house arrest for 1 year and 5 years probation. So that same sentence, following him around. Now, we're going to go from 2018 to the present, where he currently is. Kodak Black was arrested in his home in Pembroke Pines in January of 2018. He was arrested on multiple charges stemming from an Instagram live feed. You know they like to go live, showing him holding a, boom boom, pow whatever, around a small child, and he was originally charged with 7 charges, including child neglect, grand theft of a firearm, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and cannabis possession. This is the end of video 2. We'll continue. We're going to go into what he did and then what his issues are, because he's already told us what his issues are, but we have yet to believe him. So if y'all don't know, we're going to find out, because I'm finding out myself.